Alright, we're back. Could that be it? Don't bump into anyone or the disguise will come off.
You have the directional microphone. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it.
Good. Now we have to get back into the room we were in. And we realize that we didn't have a directional microphone. I think it's for first floor basement.
Jack, is that...
Let's save our game now.
You know, that really looks good on you.
You think so?
Yeah, everything looks good on you, Jack. It'd be nice if you were this stylish all the time.
It's too much of a hassle.
Well, at least you could care a little bit more about how you look.
You care enough for both of us.
Yeah, that's true. But I want to be beautiful.
You want people to compliment you?
Yeah, especially you.
Me?
Yes? Is that strange?
Sometimes this thing can be shit. Let's try this again.
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
That did the job.
Right. One of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. Once you recognize Ames by his heartbeat, keep the microphone pointed toward him. Then push the action button and call out to him. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way.
What if it's the wrong person?
The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter, too.
Try to be sure before you take the risk.
Don't call out to a hostage with the action button until you're fairly sure that it's Ames. If you do make a mistake, switch the microphone for an AK and get out of there before a guard gets suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
So yeah, if the alert phase is triggered here, it's game over.
Jack, is...
This part can be annoying.
Now that I...
Because if you if you trigger an alert phase in this part, or kill someone, it's game over.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Alright, so Ames has a pacemaker.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Whoops.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Is this game bugged?
You're Ames, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1
You're
in
Ames,
the
aren't
Shell
you?
1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Raiden, retain your cover.
You're Ames,
Reporting no
aren't you?
problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Possible hostile sighted.
Shit.
Freeze!
I blew it. I think I found the right one, but
Raiden!
seems to have been glitching out. Game won't let me move on.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Reporting no
perhaps you're
problems in the
Ames,
hall
right?
on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Then perhaps you're Ames, right? Then perhaps you're Ames, right?
This-
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
thing is glitched for some reason.
Then perhaps you're Ames, right?
Shit.
Raiden, is everything all right? Raiden? Raiden!
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Then perhaps you're Ames, right?
That one's not
Reporting
it.
no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
Found him. Sorry.
You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was sent in by the Lali Lule Lo, just like you.
What?
You're here to find out where the president is. We have little time, so I'll be brief. How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Nanocommunications?
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety. Are you on?
Right here. Do you really know where the president is?
Almost certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor. The core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages? A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data.
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure and so on are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president.